Good morning, Tahoma Elementary Cubs. Mrs. Ethier here with another episode of Music Monday. And today we're going to be learning about some different types of expression with music. Some different ways that you can play or sing that can change the mood and the sound of the music. So there's two different types of expression we're going to talk about today. One is called staccato and one is called legato. So I'm going to show you those different types of expressions using some art first. So let's take a quick look at this piece of art. It's really beautiful. But I wonder if you notice as you look at that piece of art that there aren't actually any lines in that picture at all. It's something called Pointillism, where the artist created the picture using tons of dots. And the dots aren't really connected to one another, right? They're kind of all separated from each other. And that creates that picture when he puts them closer together or further apart. And in music, we can kind of do a similar thing when we do something called staccato, or we use staccato expression. Can you say staccato? Now, staccato means short and detached notes, kind of like our dots, how they're detached from each other. You can sing or play an instrument that way too. But you might be thinking, Mrs. Ethier, how do you do that? So let me give you an example. Let's take a song, for instance, that everybody knows. How about Row, Row, Row Your Boat? I'm going to sing Row, Row, Row Your Boat staccato. So I want you to listen and see if you can figure out what I'm doing that's different to make it sound staccato. Ready? Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. Do you hear that was a little bit different sounding, wasn't it? Did you notice that every sound that I made was separate and very short, kind of like our dots again, right? They're separate from each other. Nothing was connected. Everything was all on its own, okay? So my challenge, let's try that song together. Let's do Row, Row, Row Your Boat. Can you take out an imaginary paintbrush, right? You're going to be kind of a musical artist today. Take out your imaginary paintbrush. And as we sing, I want you to paint dots on your imaginary paper, and that will help you to sing staccato. Ready? Let's try it. Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. See how that works? Very, very cool. Sometimes I like to call or think of staccato almost like robotic, right? When we think of robots, they talk like this and nothing really connects, right? So it's being a little bit robotic with our music, and it really changes the sound. It's very cool. It can do a lot of really cool things with staccato. Say staccato one more time. Oh yeah. Okay, so that is staccato. Let's look at legato, shall we, with another painting. You may have seen this painting before. It's super duper 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 famous. It's a painting called Starry Night. It's probably my favorite painting in the whole wide world. And if you look at Starry Night, it's very, very different than the first painting we saw. Because instead of all these little dots, I see lots of super connected lines, flowy lines, right? It's kind of almost the opposite in a lot of ways. And in music, we would call that legato. Can you say legato? Now, legato is smooth and flowing. So that means that all of the notes that you're singing or playing are very connected and smooth together. Instead of the dots, you would be painting long, flowing lines with your paintbrush, okay? So let's try this. Let's take our Row, Row, Row Your Boat again, but instead of singing it staccato with our dots, let's try legato. So take out your imaginary paintbrush again. And let's try legato this time. Ready? Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. See how we connected everything together? Very legato. Uh-oh, I have a challenge for you. Do you think we could do it? What if we took our Row, Row, Row Your Boat And the first half of Row, Row, Row Your Boat, we did staccato. And then the second half, we did legato. Do you think we could do it? I don't know. I think we can do it. I think we should try. So the first half is staccato, so you'll paint dots. And the second half is smooth legato. Are you ready? Let's do this. Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. Ooh, I like the sound of that. Now I have one more song I'd like to try that has both staccato and legato sounds in it. And it's a song called The Aquarium, which is a very cool piece of music. It's meant to sound like fish swimming in an aquarium. And you'll hear both staccato and legato sounds. So my challenge to you when I turn the music on is to really use your ears. If you hear music that you think is legato, then you're going to use your imaginary paintbrush and you're going to paint those nice long flowing lines. And if you think you're hearing staccato, you're going to paint dots with your imaginary paintbrush, okay? So we're really listening for our music. Here is aquarium. I feel like this is legato, right? I love it. Really listen for a change. Ready? Nice work, artists. Did you hear both those different types of expression? I heard some legato at the beginning, but then when we heard do 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 do, I heard some staccato sounds. And by the way, when we hear that staccato bit, it's supposed to sound like the bubbles rising in the aquarium. So that's why we have that staccato section. Wow, I really like your work today, artists. I hope you enjoyed our lesson on staccato and legato. And my request to you, my challenge to you, is to talk to your parents and say, hey mom, hey dad, have you ever heard of staccato before? And I bet you they're going to be like, what? No, I've never heard about staccato. And you can be a master at it and tell them all about staccato and legato, okay? So be masters this week and impress your parents and have a wonderful week, everybody.